Hello, everybody.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you,
And to you.
and to you too.
You too. Back at you.
Hope everybody had a nice lunch and sitting back and having a second cup of coffee or whatever. And
Coffee at
well,
lunch?
could be
I guess so.
yeah,
Yeah,
could be
coffee.
coffee, could
Yeah.
be iced tea, could be a soft drink, whatever. But we hope you're just sitting back and relaxing and saying, "Oh, here I am spending a little time with my two favorite people on Thursday afternoon at 1 o'clock."
I hope that's what they're saying.
Or you may be saying to yourself, it ain't
Um,
Thursday afternoon, it's Saturday morning at
8 o'clock in the
eight.
morning.
I'm catching up, which
That's
is
good
fine,
too.
which is fine with us.
Mm.
It's as long as you do it. We appreciate that. Uh, we've been talking about
I can't
chore,
believe you
chore.
chose this.
Well, I make
Like,
up a list of possible things to talk about, and I have about 10 or 12 of them to consider. I mentioned the word chores, and she said, "That's it, book it."
but you
Because,
don't do that many, so that's why I'm.
well, thank you very much. Hey, that was very
You
sweet of
don't.
you.
You don't do the. Never mind.
Yeah. Who does a
You
a
do.
fair amount of the cooking
You
or
do.
cleaning up, one or the
Yeah.
other? Who takes out the garbage, puts the new bag
Well, I
the
used
bin?
to do that, but you bought the wrong bags.
It's always
So they're too big,
always
so I
my
can't
fault.
do it.
So I have to
But you do.
item certain.
You go to the grocery store, you take the car in when it needs fixing. Um, no, you are very good. I guess I'm talking about the chores that are,
The chores that you do.
yeah, that I don't
That,
really love.
yeah, just like
You
I
think
was
I
talking,
love them.
they're chores that need to be done.
Yeah.
It's just that, do you do them because they need to be done, or
Yes.
do you do them but you hate every minute of it?
Well, that too.
I mean, you generally are much better at landscaping than I am. You check out the weeds and what needs to be
Well, it
trimmed.
needs to be done.
I know and all, but you complain about it all the time.
I know. And I was sitting having lunch with a couple of friends the other day, and the ring goes off, the ring doorbell. And who do I see on the camera but you with a rake? I mean, be still my heart. I mean, you used to,
It
but you
was
haven't for
probably
a long
it
time.
was probably a good thing you were sitting down.
Oh my God. I like,
Wait,
I know
wait a
I
minute.
had to look
Who,
a second
who, who,
time.
who is that in the camera?
It
That
was,
can't be my husband. My husband doesn't go
you
out.
see the things that make me happy. It doesn't take much. You don't have to go buy me things.
But you don't mind if I do.
Well, I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't turn it
Uh,
down.
right. And and
But
and that in either one of our eyes is not considered a chore.
but when I complain about the things that need doing outside and you roll your eyes like, oh yeah, she's just thinking of something else because you don't go outside and you don't look.
It,
So
and maybe part of why I roll my eyes is because
you don't want to hear it.
no, and okay, I know it has to be done, but right now.
No. No, no, no. I'm just saying
But
what
sometimes she'll say, "Well, we better do it now because it's going to rain tomorrow."
when you go out to get the mail,
Yeah.
when I go out to get the mail, I'm
Well,
looking around
is that a chore? Is that considered a chore to go out and get the mail?
sometimes. You don't always feel like it, but that's
Because you
okay.
got to go down steps and you got to climb steps.
Right. But it's one of those things I don't mind doing. Okay. But you do it a lot as well.
But you're curious as to what's in the mailbox.
Well, sure, aren't we all? Although I get it on my
Yeah,
email.
there's an app for that.
Yeah. But I always look around to see because we have critters that come around during the day, during the night, and sometimes you don't know what's been going on while you've been sleeping or fooling, doing stuff in the house.
So when you go out to
So
do
you
that
look around the
chore,
house.
yeah,
I look around. You don't necessarily. And so when I say something, you go, I never noticed that. No, no, we all,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
When she goes out to the mailbox and comes back and the door slams, then you know that there's an
It
issue.
wasn't a good,
Yeah.
wasn't a good walk to the
There's
mailbox.
not much mail, but those damn rabbits, they're pooping everywhere.
It's the rabbi. It's rabbis. It's the rabbits,
Rabbits.
and yeah, and we have coyotes, don't we?
Uh,
It's coyotes that we have.
Probably more bobcats maybe come
Bobcats.
around
Bobcats.
than coyotes. They
Yeah.
stay down more
Towards
towards
the
the
lake.
brush and the pond and
Yeah.
all. But between the sometimes the neighbors aren't as cautious about keeping their dogs on a leash and picking up after them. That if their dogs just poop in somebody's yard,
Like ours, like they do.
they walk past it and all. But
Yeah.
we definitely have a lot of squirrels and a lot of rabbits.
A lot of rabbits. So what else do you like to do? Or don't like to do, I should say.
Um, I don't know. I mean, I enjoy a little bit of the gardening from the standpoint that I planted some cactus
Hmm.
gardens in the backyard, and I like to go out and check them and see and take the hose out and spray a little bit of water on them
Hmm.
just to keep them aerated.
Hmm.
And I'm trying to watch because you've noticed that because of the intense sun that we get, sometimes it burns the grass. So it's a matter of just putting a little extra because we are in one of those states where they restrict how often you can water your lawn.
Hmm.
So if it starts to burn up, it's like, well, you can't water it.
And it was. That was one of the things I
Yeah.
noticed that I kept saying to you, and you flipped it off. But
So we go
anyway,
out and of course the first thing I do instead of going out to do the chore of watering the lawn is to look on the weather app to see.
when it's going to rain, so you don't have to go out, which I get because why should we waste our water?
Yeah,
And so I get that. But you also
we
don't
used to,
mind pruning too. You're good at pruning.
yeah, I don't
You
mind
do
that.
that.
But here again,
Yes.
when you get up in the morning and it's already 80 degrees
Not
out
right.
at 8 o'clock in the morning, it's not the greatest thing in the world to want to go out and do pruning.
No.
You kind of want to wait until it's a morning when it's in the upper 60s and there's a breeze.
Well, that'll be October, November. So what am I supposed to do in the meantime?
Right. Or you hire,
So I go out at 6:30 in the morning and I do it, and sometimes he'll say, "Oh, you did a little too much, didn't you?" Or I would have taken this part off, or I would have done
well, or I will go out after you and all because there's maybe something that you
that I should
missed,
do.
which
That's
is fine
fine. Yeah,
because
that's
that's a
always
shared thing.
funny.
I used to cut the grass myself and do the edging
Yeah.
and all, and it's just a little bit too much of an issue now, so we hire somebody that does that. But uh,
Yeah, but that's tough because we have stairs, and you have to almost pick up the lawnmower to move it from one side of the yard to the other. So I mean that's a little tough.
yeah,
Um,
but
but
I don't consider cooking a chore.
no, you love it. Like
I enjoy it, and you also are very, very good at certain meals. And also, if you prepare, I clean up,
yes,
or vice
or
versa.
vice versa. Right. And that we've got kind of down to a science. You go to the grocery store, I buy what I always buy. Same
Yeah.
brands, same whatever. You stand and you look to see how much they are per ounce, per pound.
Yeah,
Not me.
I'm a label shopper. I'm a comparison
And so
shopper.
then if I go with you and I go in front of you and I just grab something off the shelf
Whoa, wait a minute.
and you'll look and you'll say, it's really too expensive. And I'll say, I don't care.
This is 14 cents an ounce. If you buy the large size, it's only 9 cents an ounce.
Well, yeah, you'll
And
you'll
you'll
get me
look,
on
yeah,
that. And like, that's true.
you'll look at me like, but why do I need the large size? Like mustard. I have a tendency to buy the largest, you know, uh, uh, thing of mustard when mustard lasts usually 6 months to a year, and you don't necessarily need because 6 months from the day that you bought it, it's not maybe as fresh as it was when you bought
But
it.
then I get after you because you buy it and the expiration date is
Yeah,
gone.
you check expiration
And
dates. I check price per ounce.
well, yeah, and that could be dangerous,
And
especially as we age.
I will share with our audience that there is an app called Yuka, Yuka. It's a free app. and you download it, and you can pick up an item in the store, and all you have to do is scan the QR code or the barcode that's on the item, and it tells you, is this a 60% uh, rated item? Is this only a 20%? And then it'll go a step further and it'll say, for instance, if you're looking at a certain cereal, it'll give a recommendation for an alternate cereal. That's how I found Kashi, which I really enjoy the Kashi because I liked shredded wheat before, the frosted shredded wheat. You know, Yuka said that that's not as good. Check out Kashi, and Kashi was an 80% rating. And it's a really a cool.
Yeah, there have been a couple things that you've bought in the past, and then when you look at it, and I remind you to look at it, you say,
One
"Oh, it's
is
supposed
if
to
you're
be."
looking at salad dressings,
Yeah.
there's 30 different brands of salad dressing. So you look at Italian salad dressing, for
Mhm.
instance, if you pick up the jar and look at the UPC code,
Mhm.
some are rated in the 30s and 40s, some are rated in the 60s and the 70s. Part of it is because some use artificial preservatives. Some of them do not have preservatives. Yuka recommends you buy the ones that have less preservatives.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, no, it's wonderful.
So, and that to me is not a chore.
No,
Perhaps,
to me it is.
the chore is having to find the time to go to the store to do the shopping. But
Are you that
you
busy?
know me, I love going to the store.
You do.
That's my exercise. I go up and
You
down all the
sure
aisles.
do.
Occasionally I come home with something that wasn't on the list,
Occasionally, yeah.
maybe more than
The
occasionally,
one I don't mind going down all the aisles if it's the grocery store, but when it comes to Costco,
or the big box store, the really big
yeah,
stores.
yeah, HEB,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
gets a
But to
little.
me, that's half the fun of it, just to see what they have, and to me, when we go to Costco, you usually go on the side of Costco where there's all of the food
Mhm.
and all. Maybe you'll stop in the middle where they have some clothing items,
Some books.
but rarely do you go over to the other side where they have the wine and the appliances,
No, we
the
don't.
accessories,
Right.
and all. And I like going over there
Because you
too.
usually find something, and sometimes it's like impulse shopping
Well, that's sometimes when you go over there and you say, "Oh, you know what? I think I need some batteries."
every so often.
Yeah.
Yeah, every so
Except,
often.
at the grocery store, you can buy a dozen batteries, which is probably what you're going to need for a while. At Costco, it's like 144
Yeah,
batteries
that's a lot.
in a
Yeah.
box.
Well, everything is in larger sizes at Costco. So yeah.
Like you do not ever want to buy ketchup at Costco because they always sell it in a 2-pack or a 3-pack of large size ketchup that you're not going to
If we were
use.
younger and we had the kids, well, we used
You
to.
still don't use that much ketchup. One bottle of a decent sized bottle of ketchup will last you for an entire year, or
Maybe people
it'll
like ketchup on that. Some like it on their eggs.
or it'll last you to the point where if you want to use the ketchup, the first thing you do is like, oh, this ketchup expired. Put it on the grocery list, and then
And dump it out.
you know who goes there and buys the large size because
I,
it's cheaper per ounce.
some people don't learn.
I'm also very, very aware of that when I buy things like bags of M&Ms.
Well, you're
The,
not supposed to be buying bags of
the
them.
bigger the bag, the less it is per
But you're not
ounce.
supposed to be buying them.
I know I'm not supposed to, but it's a chore. What can I tell you?
I give up.
No, you don't. And you won't. So the answer is she tries to go with me all the time to make sure no, we don't need that. Put it back.
I'm sure I'm not the only one out there.
No, you are. There's probably a lot of people that are watching and listening to this
And
right
they're
now
nodding their
that are
heads.
nodding their head, bobble the bobblehead
Yep,
move.
yep,
You
yep.
know, I know what you're talking about. My husband or my wife is the same way. So,
There you go.
make it a good one. Come back and see us again next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.